Good evening and welcome to Between the Lanes episode number 135. I'm Ron.
I'm Shane.
And we are here to talk slot cars. Again, welcome to Between the Lanes episode number 135. You can find us on YouTube. Slot Racers, a channel, 135 episodes up. Some special episodes along with some how-to videos. Find us on Facebook. Between the Lanes is the page. And we have some race results, not from last weekend, but the weekend before, because we're kind of a little behind, but we're getting caught up. So, Mid-South was at Turn and Burn in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And in Stock Car Class, it was Bobby Beecham, your winner, with James Merriman second. And Ethan was third. Do you know Ethan's last name? Because I didn't see it anywhere on the race report.
I want to say it starts with an S.
You know what? Right there it is in the picture. It's Ethan Stoltz. I didn't even know that they had went in and put the names on these photos. So Ethan Stoltz was third place, folks.
Yeah, I was like, I know it starts with an S.
Okay. And then in GTP, it was Walker McNulty, your winner, Ralph Thorne second, and Bobby Beecham in third. And if you notice, the winner's got a 6-pack of toilet paper, and I don't know what second place got.
Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer, there you go. And then third place got the lucky toilet plunger. 4.5-inch stock car, James Merriman was the winner. Bobby Beecham was second, and Walker was third. And then in LMP, Shane Parent, one of your co-hosts here on this fine show, was second. Or he was the winner, I'm sorry.
I was second. I was third. I think at one point during the race, I had all the positions covered.
And then Walker McNulty was second, and Charles Eldridge in his little shamrock hat there, lucky leprechaun there, I guess. He was third. So.
Oh, yeah, I have to stop you right there and give kudos to old Charles because, you know, you've raced with Charles, I've raced with Charles.
Yep.
You know, we generally don't consider Charles a top contender. Nothing bad. It's just, you know, Charles is there to have a good time. If he's competitive, he's competitive. If he's not, then, you know, he still has fun and does this, you know, wahoo, womp-womps, rock or whatnot.
Yeah, well, he's more into womp-womps. You know, he's like a serious contender there, and the flexi things,
right.
It's like, you know, he just comes and has fun, so.
Right. But, I mean, going into the 18th, you know, me and him were tied.
You know, I'm laughing because if he had a black hat on, you'd think he was an Amish man.
Yeah. That is kind of funny not to say that.
With his beard and everything, you know?
Yeah. But, I mean, going into the last heat, he looks up there, you know, he's all like, I'm going into the last heat in the A-main in the lead with Shane, you know? So
right.
Just, I looked it up, and I was like, oh, yeah, you are, you know?
Oh, there you go.
So, but, yeah, I mean, it's just good to see someone like him who hasn't given up, you know?
Right. No, he's always
throwing us stuff, ask questions, and, you know, for the most part, he may bother someone, but he don't really bother me. It's just good to see someone like him do good.
Right.
And to show that it can be done.
Right.
And, I mean, the competition that was there was by no means slouches. I mean,
right.
You know, I'm not going to mention anyone because some people may feel different about other people, but there was good competition there.
Sure.
You know?
Well, I mean, okay, Bobby was in the race. He's not on the podium. And James and Ralph, who were on previous podiums, aren't on the podium. So,
right.
You know, like you said.
I mean, it wasn't like a normal, you know, I mean,
sure.
There were some pretty good guys there.
Right.
So it wasn't like it was just well, how many guys did you race? You know, you hear some people, well, how many guys did you race? Oh, you only raced 4 guys? No, we were really the full field.
Yep.
So,
all right.
It wasn't a borrowed car or anything like that. It was, to my knowledge, it was all stuff that he built and prepped.
Gotcha. All right, so the Midwest Spec race, which was their final race of the series, was at Whiskers Raceway in Gladstone, Illinois. Jeff Strauss was the winner in Legends, Jason Plummer second, Toby Kindig in third. And then for the series championship, the Legends champion was Jason Plummer, Randy Lynn second, Toby Kindig third. Spec Indy race, Toby Kindig was the winner, Randy Lynn second, Mark Baker was third. And then in the Spec Indy Championship, Toby Kindig was the champion, Randy Lynn runner-up, Jason Plummer third. GTP Phoenix class, you can't see the picture, but Toby's like in the middle of a laugh or a sneeze or something. It's kind of funny. Anyway, Toby was the winner of the GTP Phoenix race. Randy Lynn second, Jason Plummer was third. GTP champions, Toby Kindig was the champion, Dave Fugate second, Jason Plummer in third. In the Bombers race, Randy Lynn was the winner, PJ Bolt second, Toby Kindig was third. In the Bomber Championship, Jason Plummer was your champion, PJ Bolt's runner-up, Randy Lynn third. And Dirt Late Model race, Randy Lynn was the winner, Jeff Strauss was second, Jason Plummer third. Whoa, we missed the, oh. I don't know why I don't have the Dirt Late Model Championship picture. That's weird. Okay. So I can't report who was the Midwest Spec Dirt Late Model Champion, runner-up in third. So, oh, there it is. Wow. Okay.
Got it.
There
you go.
So the Dirt Late Model Champion was Randy Lynn. Toby Kindig was second, and Jason Plummer was third. Moving on to Anderson, Indiana, Talaslada Speedway. They had like a little special race. We raced stock cars, 4-inch stock cars on the 96-foot quad oval. I was the winner in the 4-inch stock car class. Joe Ligori was second. Terry Watson was third. And then in the GTP race, which we used handout MidAmerica Eagle Motors, track owner Don was the winner. Joe was second. Ron was third. So that was that. So got no pictures or no race report for no pictures this week. So winner chicken dinner and
Sunday.
Everything's canceled. Like, I shouldn't laugh, but with the current coronavirus situation, many race series have now canceled races or postponed them to a later date to be rescheduled. For example, the USRA Nats, which was supposed to take place mid-April, now it's going to be what, May or June?
June.
Yeah, June, like the second or third week of June, I think.
It went from the week of April the 20th through the 24th that week.
Okay.
To now, if I got my dates correct, it is now June 22nd through the 26th.
Okay, and we will.
Don't hold me on those dates because I'm kind of going off of memory and I got a lot going on.
Right. So that race is a couple months out, and between now and then, we'll get everything updated as things start to come back online. I only know of one series race that's scheduled for next month that hasn't been rescheduled yet. Don't know if it will or won't be. So I'm not even going to announce it until we get closer and see where we're at as a nation in the next few weeks. So lots of raceways in the last week due to state orders are shutting down as non-essential businesses, and then no travel bans and things like that. So, but there are some local raceways out there that are still holding weekly events. So if you can support your local raceway in any way, shape, or form, whether they're open or closed, and you say, how would I support them if they're closed? Call them and see if you can meet them and buy parts or see what you can do.
I've seen a lot of tracks doing that. I know I've seen a post where Randy, the slot car track there in Concord was doing that,
right.
And I think Jeremy Wyatt, that's Boogie Speedway.
Yep.
I seen where he had a thing posted,
right,
or whatnot. And because like times like these, they kind of depend on stuff like that,
I mean, like if you have a local raceway, they're closed, you need parts, call them up and tell them what you want to buy, and hopefully they will be able to mail them to you. You'd have them in a day or two. And for what the mail costs, it's probably cheaper than driving there and getting them yourself. So that's one way of supporting your track. So
Order on Tuesday or Wednesday. If they're local, you should have Thursday or Friday. Perfect time for the weekend.
Right. So, yep, it's a little tough and rough out there right now. Hopefully we'll get through this. And, if you are going racing somewhere, if you're sick, stay home and try not to spread things. And it's all on you guys, everybody wants to handle it. So, I know some raceways were going to stay open as long as they could. And then, states have now issued, orders.
Right.
And that's kind of shut down some raceways because they're non-essential businesses. So, for example, in my county last week, they sent the order out and it specifically said hobby shops and craft stores cannot be open. So they were very specific on a lot of things, but most places you can still go to and from work and go get dinner, takeout only, go to the grocery store.
We're takeout only. My mom, she's in the restaurant business, and they did the takeout only for a day, and it was just
not worth it.
It wasn't. I remember me and you joked about doing a show and having my mom on the show as a slot car mom. Yeah, I was like, whatever, I don't care. It'd be something different,
Sure. So laundromats, banks are still open. I guess some liquor stores. It's kind of funny. You read the comments why is this essential and this is not essential and blah, blah. It's
well, kind of off topic, but on topic. I had it delivered today. I am currently still working. Those who don't know, I deliver construction material, and we're still delivering. And I drove by the DMV.
Yep.
DMV's open. And in my head, I'm thinking, if you ever had to do anything at the DMV, now may be the best time to do it because you can't go inside because they don't want you sitting.
Right.
But everyone's outside. And there really wasn't a whole lot of people outside.
Right.
I don't know if they're doing it all on phone or I don't know what they're doing.
Well, see,
but I was just like,
right. A week ago in Indiana, they told everybody to do everything online. And I think they said if there's something you had to do in person, you had to set up an appointment. And as of yesterday, the BMVs are totally shut down in the state of Indiana. So, but
the BMVs aren't even open, period.
You have to do everything online. And then, they've told all the police if you see someone with an expired plate, let them go. And if you pull someone over to an expired license and let them go because they can't get there to fix, So anyway, we're all in this together. We'll get through this together. And
those pictures of stuff you're working on, I kind of started something on our local series, hey, what's everyone working on? Just stuff to pass the time and kind of get your mind off of things, ideas, rule proposals, stuff like that.
Right.
And
yes, you've seen me touch my face a few times, but I have not been in contact with anybody. I've washed my hands 10 times a day, so.
It's, you don't realize what you do until you're told not to do it. You know what I mean? Because it's just I obviously have a beard. I still have the beard, although it's been suggested that I trim it or shave it.
Yeah.
And it's just the biggest problem down here is pollen right now.
Right.
I work outside 75% of the time. I'm, outside walking around a truck after unload my own truck or whatnot. And it's just, it's just habit, I guess. You don't really catch yourself doing it. I've never really been kind of a germaphobe, but like everyone else, I've been washing my hands more and kind of conscious of what I do or whatnot,
Yep.
So,
all right. So, in other news this week, and it was sad news, Keith Keeler passed away. And for those of you who don't know who Keith Keeler was like the king of international 15 racing, like in the early to mid 90s. He was like the guy to beat. And he was the 1991 USRA national champion, international 15. He was the first Cobalt 15 winner at the 95 Lugnut Nats. Like that was the first year they ran Cobalt 15. He ran it, he won it. He won, I don't know, countless Zeppelin 500s. He won the 94 Winter Nats at Elmsford Raceway. He won countless barn burner and Northeast Nats races and International 15. I mean, that was his class. Like, that's the only class he really, I mean, yeah, every now and then you might see him run a box stock race or a 27 race, but I mean, International 15s was, I mean, he just was like, he was the guy to beat. I mean, he was the guy everyone wanted to beat. And he was an intense racer. He was a clean racer. He was a well-prepped racer. I mean, if you beat Keith Keeler, you beat the best in that class. And I mean, there's been a lot of good International 15 racers, but Keith was the guy. I mean, he was the guy to beat. And I wasn't. You know, it's kind of funny because I was talking to somebody else, and I don't know exactly when Keith really started racing, because I never met Keith until like 1990, and
Right.
I don't really remember seeing his name a lot in the magazines prior to that. But I'm thinking he started in the mid to late 80s racing up. You know, he was from Albany, New York, so up in the Northeast, and that got to be a pretty big. I mean, 15s was a big class up in the Northeast part of the country, and he was in the thick of it. And you know, he was the guy everybody was chasing, and like I said, he was the guy everybody wanted to beat. And you know, Keith didn't give away races. I mean, you had to beat him. You had to race him to beat him, and he didn't break often. And I mean, if you used to beat him, you pulled off an accomplishment that day. So, anyway, so I think the proudest moment for Keith was in 1994 at the Nats in Atlanta when his son won his first national championship in International 15. And Keith wasn't in the main, and I don't know if Keith, I'm pretty sure Keith raced, but he didn't make the main. So, you know, his son's in the main, and,
Right.
you know, it's all hands on deck, and Doug pulled it off. And, I mean, Keith was, like, pacing the floor, and it was, like, it was kind of comical, you know. And, I mean, he was just, like, you know, like, I'll describe it. He was just, like, under this tremendous pressure, even though the pressure wasn't on him.
Right. It's all on his son.
Yeah, he wanted his kid to win. And, I mean, he wasn't, like, pushing him or nothing. I mean, he's just standing there, and he's like a nervous Nelly, you know, like.
Yeah. Like, all right, Dad, you got to go stand over there. Now you're getting to me.
So the picture I have up is at the end of the race, and Doug celebrating with his hand in the air, and Keith's hugging him from behind. And it was a touching moment then. It's a more touching moment now. So.
Right.
So that, you know, so we're going to miss Keith. I mean, Keith didn't race for a while. Keith kind of came back probably in the last 5 or 10 years or so, and been racing up in Yankee USRA and going to some of the barn burners and Northeast Nats and stuff. And he will be greatly missed. So, I mean, he was a super good guy, you know. So we have a giveaway this week. So we have some Quicktime product. Well, it's Quicktime Tire Prep, but I'm going to call it Quicktime Products because they make a line of tire prep items along with some new oils. So what you're looking at is this is a package deal. One winner is going to get the whole package. So from left to right, we got the QT1 Wintergreen, which it's kind of like Zip Grip. You know, it smells like wintergreen, cleans the tires. It'll condition them. It'll soften them. And you can use this stuff on slot cars or RC tires. It's kind of marketed for both. And then you have the QT2, which is grape, which is a purple colored. It's a deep conditioning treatment that will provide added bite to your tires without softening them. The QT3 Blueberry is designed to be an alternative prep to our wintergreen. QT3 will soften your tires as well as add bite. And then there's QT4, which is orange, which they call orange candy. It's designed specifically as a foundation. QT4 is a conditioner that will add bite to your tires without softening them drastically. And then there's the QT Tire Wash, made to clean the outside surfaces of your tire and remove dirt and grime off of and out of your tires. And then we have the QT oil, and it's a lightweight, fully synthetic oil. There's Cherry Bomb Red and Pina Colada Blue. And both are the same oil. It's just one is scented cherry and the other one's scented pina colada. And so you're going to get 7 bottles of various QT products here. Personally, I was one of the early testers of the QT Wintergreen. Good stuff. Like I said, it more or less works like Zip Grip did, which is no longer available. And the other stuff, until I got the package in the mail, I hadn't seen. I mean, I knew about the grape. I'd seen some things on Facebook. And I do have a Facebook page, Quicktime Tire Prep. You can go there and see all this stuff and even get more in-depth detail. It's packaged a couple different ways in different size bottles. I'm guessing the bottles I have are probably 1 ounce bottles of each product. And the oil's probably 1.5 or 2 ounces, I'm guessing. You'll have plenty of stuff here to test. And whoever the lucky winner is, maybe they can give us, maybe send me a message or something and let me know what they're finding out on some of this different stuff by trying it and playing with it. So I guess without any further ado, we will draw a winner. Shane, I think you're in here. Are you hoping you win?
I mean, if I do, I do. If I don't,
Okay.
then it wasn't my night.
So our lucky winner, mix these up a little bit. Grab one. There's one, I think. One. Yes, I got one. So the winner is Stacy Dill. I haven't seen Stacy Dill for a while. So Stacy Dill, you are the winner of this package of QT tire products. And what we're going to do on this is I will give Stacy Dill until March 31st to claim this prize. You have to contact me, Ron Hirschman, on Facebook. And if we don't hear from Stacy Dill by March 31st, then we will give this product away on the first show after March 31st, I'm sorry. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay. And we would like to thank Nate at QuickTime Tire Prep for this contribution. And hopefully Stacy Dill will get in contact with us the next week or so to claim this pretty cool prize. So that's all I got. Final. God. That's all, folks. And so you got anything else you want to add, Shane? Like, I got a couple things to add, but I didn't know if maybe you had something else to add before I moved on.
No, I mean, not really. I've just been doing a lot of building. I mean, I've been kind of using this time wisely, because there's kind of been like a pile. It's like, I need to get to that one day. And, well, that one day, sadly, but kind of
right.
in a good way, is here, because it's like, I can work on that stuff now.
Sure.
And I'm just, it's like I've told a lot of guys that kind of ask me or send me messages, because they know I don't race but once a month, sometimes twice a month, because I have to travel everywhere. And they're like, well, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm really just kind of working on my race program. I've built some new motors, contacted balancers, as far as motor services. Hey, are y'all still working? Are y'all still allowing things to be shipped? Yeah, everything's still a go. All right. So I got some stuff sent off. And I mean, I always keep a pretty good stock of bodies. So it's like, well, I can paint bodies. I just basically just prepping, because I imagine once we get the, as they say, green flag, I'm going to probably be hitting it pretty hard, because, before the show, I was sitting there thinking to myself, I normally take about a 3-month break a year, where just normally it's December, January, and then February, we normally go to Mark's to race.
Right.
So this year I've raced twice. You know what I mean?
Sure,
And
right.
it's like, okay, I may not race again for another 3 months.
Right,
you know?
right.
And it's just like, this is going to be kind of difficult for me, because and then for some people, this may just show them how much they appreciate this hobby too,
Right. Excuse me. So
that's kind of where I've been, just kind of race prepping, and then just.
Right. So in that vein, I mean, up until a week ago, I think I had races scheduled for the next 5, 6, 7 weeks in a row.
Right.
And then within a period of a couple of days, everything got wiped off the calendar. So, So I know that when things come back online, it's going to stack back up, like 5, 6, 7 weekends in a row. It's going to probably affect some series and the way they finish their series. They might have to extend it, or they might just have to say, well, we're going to go to the next race and not have that race because we're only going to have so many races in a certain period of months or time. So it'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out too. But I mean, like for example, OCC, they had to cancel their race that would have been this weekend. So so they have a race scheduled in April, at the end of April, and then they have their enduro scheduled for May. Well, are you going to make up this race that we had to postpone this month? And then where does that fit in? Does that fit in between the next two races, or and since then the race at the end of April may not even come off. I mean, who knows at this time? There's so much uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen. So
everything that I had scheduled, race or non-race related, has been canceled because, I mean, there was a concert this week at the Coliseum locally that I was going to. It got canceled. It got pushed out until October.
Right.
Then, all right, I had a friend coming in town this weekend. We were going to go to a hockey game this Saturday. Our hockey season, for as I guess minor leagues, if that's what you want to call it.
Sure.
Their season's done. Right. They didn't even have playoffs or anything like that. Right. They just said, nope, we're done.
Yeah, well, NBA's doing the same thing. I mean, the only major race that's really still on the schedule to hopefully take place is the Indy 500. And they're already working on contingency plans for if that doesn't happen.
Right.
So, yeah, who knows? And then...
Yeah, I was kind of like you. I went from 5 weeks maybe of go, whether it be racing or just...
Yeah, regular life.
Concert, shows, friends visiting, to no. And now I go to work, I come home. That's it.
Right. Right.
It's just like, all right, what can I do to kind of fill that void? Like, well, I got plenty of slot car stuff, thank God, Right.
Well, and that's, okay, so another thing I was going to add was if anyone has a subject, questions, maybe they want to know something about history, maybe they want to hear about a rumor from a long time ago, you know what, send us a message either on the Between the Lanes page or send it directly to me or Shane. Ask the question, bring up the topic, and we'll talk about it on the upcoming shows because with no racing going on. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm actually working on some history stuff. I got to get a few things off my workbench, get it cleaned up, and I want to do a couple. I've been talking about this for the last couple of months. I've got a couple of quick, simple, how-to, video things to work on. I want to get those done, get those up. But as far as the show itself,
here's your homework.
Oh, my homework? My homework.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to give you some homework, being that you mentioned how-to videos, and you kind of
Ron's homework.
Yeah, Ron's homework is the little magnet trick we discussed off air.
Okay.
It's simple, but it blew my mind because all the years I've built motors, I've never, like we discussed, I never thought about that. You told me, and it's just like, all right.
If it was a snake, it would have bit you in the face.
Yeah, it's like as soon as you said it, the light bulb went bing.
Yep.
So.
Hey.
Any homework for me?
No, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I can always message you.
There you go. And then speaking of show ideas, we could possibly do another one of the shows I believe you and Ralph did in the early beginnings of this where people call in.
Yep.
All kinds of ideas. Manufacturers, maybe.
Yep.
So, because I mean, like you said, you got history, how-tos, but I mean, as far as race results, show's not really going to have any of those anytime soon.
Right. Yep. So yeah. So anyway, yeah. If you got questions, you want to know something that maybe we can help you with, or maybe you want to hear a funny story. Maybe you heard a story about one of us or something. You want to hear our take on it. Even if it's controversial, maybe we can fill you in on what happened. And then who knows, maybe the opposing side might want a third time on the show.
Right.
To straighten it out. I don't know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So
we've been cooped up for too long, so it's kind of like we can't.
Right. So anyway, yeah, just let us know. We will be happy to accommodate the best we can. So other than that, that's really all I got this week. I am going to, I think we forgot last week or maybe the last week or two, but the secret word for this week is just going to simply be Keith, in respect to Keith Keeler. So that's your secret word, Keith. And we'll be back next week with episode number 136. Who knows what's going to happen, but we'll do our best to inform you and entertain you at the same time. So that's all I got.
That's all I got.
All right. Until next week, be safe, stay healthy, wash your hands.
Don't touch your face.
Try and support your raceway the best you can. Got to keep them going. And see you next week.
See you later.